What's happening, G?
No! All right, listen, dude. I'm getting bizarre emails from these bitches.
But you're not getting them from me.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but you had sent me something via email yourself, and then it was the exact same fucking email that was sent from a troll account.
I copy and pasted the picture from their website.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just look, unless it's earth-shattering, I don't want to know about it.
But I need you to know about it. Look at what it
I
does to your...
I don't want to know about it unless it's earth-shattering, and then okay. So now, who's the goon informant? Who is that?
I love it. My wife is trying to call me from jail, and I won't answer the phone.
Who, Christina?
Yep.
What's Christina doing in jail now?
This stupid bitch got sent. She started. I mean, it's horrible. Okay, it's as bad. She started doing meth, crystal meth, with her Aunt Renee, who's older than you. All right. To be in your 50s smoking crystal meth, something's really wrong. Then she started fucking around on her husband. She drove all the way to fucking Fredericksburg to Roanoke so some dude could fuck her on the hood of the car. She fucked all these men. Her husband got into a horrible car accident about a month or so into it, and she went through the roof. Or he went through the windshield. He survived, but he's a cripple, at least for the next, 8 or 9 weeks or more.
Okay.
He's a cripple real bad. And while he was in the hospital 4 days after his accident, she took his truck up to go fuck her boyfriend in Maryland. The truck broke down. She missed her court appearance. Now she had a capias. 2 nights later, they were doing meth all night with her boyfriend. Somebody called the police on them. They found out about the warrant in Virginia, and guess where Christina went?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm loving it. They're all begging me to help her. All this crazy shit. All this crazy shit begging me to help her. I'm sorry. I don't remember. I don't know none of that legal shit anymore, man. I done forgot it all.
So it sounds like she needs to go into a ward or something.
She needs help. Her life is completely unmanageable. She's worse than Jamie was because she actually has access to money and a vehicle. When they're like that, you got to lay them down for a while. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you brought up Jamie's name, but okay.
Because that's the only one you would understand that I could compare it to.
Well, Jamie, yeah.
Okay. The same shit. That's what it is. It's the same shit. It's really bad.
But she was coherent and she knew what she was doing most of the time.
Well, Christina does too. That doesn't mean that it's okay behavior.
Well, it's not okay behavior, but she sounds like she needs to be put in one of those houses for about a year to get cleaned up.
Yeah, and that's why I won't get her out. You're in the hospital. You're in the fucking hospital, dude, and you can't walk or talk or none of that shit. You're all fucked up. Your wife, the love of your life, is fucking some dude, letting some just fucking random men and telling you about it.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
No, I kind of know a little bit about that, but that's all right.
It ain't nothing. She all fucked up. Matt, her husband, wants me to help her, and I'm like, dude, I want her there. Don't you understand that? Nobody can interfere with me and my son when she's away.
Look, the thing about it is simply this. They have an endurance or whatever. They're used to doing it or whatever. Meth is not as bad as heroin, obviously.
Oh, meth is just as bad. It's just different.
Well, it's not as bad as heroin, but it rots your teeth, your gums, right? It fucks your head up. You're paranoid. You're constantly paranoid. I know.
You're up for days on end. Days.
Sue, my girl in Vegas, did crystal meth.
Oh.
Sue in Vegas did crystal meth, so I know all about that.
I mean, she came by the house one day, man. She came by. Mikey was downstairs. She walks up to my chambers, busts out some crystal meth. It's like, come on, Mike, do a line with me. I laughed in her face.
Right.
I laughed in her fucking face.
Well, she's hanging around somebody that got her hooked.
I mean, she fucked this boy in the marital bed and sent him pictures of it while he was in the hospital. Yeah.
I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah,
sounds like she's got some mental issues.
That bitch needs to lay it down for a while.
Got some mental issues.
I wish that it won't so, but that bitch needs to lay it down for a while.
Well, what about the guy she's screwing? That guy ain't doing anything with work?
He's a boy.
What? Boy or what? I mean,
He's
does the boy have money to get her out?
Fuck no. He's living on unemployment.
Okay.
Fuck no. She's telling everybody she's sober. She's sober. She ain't on that shit no more.
Well, that's what they do. They lie and cheat.
And
in the book, they lie, cheat, and steal. Like, a good example, and it's in the book, chapter 11. I wrote Sue a check. I wrote her a check for $100 for a Christmas. I don't know. Was it Christmas? I don't know. I don't remember what it was. She took the check and she altered it and made it 1 a 7. And then the next thing I know, I go and find out that I'm out $700 rather than being 100. Like, what the fuck is this? This is back when obviously I had money. But anyway, she altered the check, and then you come to find out she blamed it on her girlfriend's daughter. I said, why would your girlfriend's daughter do that when the check is in your name? That doesn't make any sense. And she was a crystal meth. She was a crystal meth. She did the same damn thing. So, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good.
I mean, there's no way. I won't help him get her out. I just fucking refuse to do it.
She knows she needs to go into one of these programs. There's a program in Kentucky that that Jamie kept using against me because she wanted to test me or whatnot. So she knew that that I didn't want her to go. But she would say that they gonna tell me I had to go to Kentucky and all that. So finally, it got so damn bad. I said, look, I'm gonna drive you there. I'm gonna drive you to Kentucky, and we're gonna take you. And in 2 years, I won't see you in 2 years, but if it makes, I told her, if it makes sure that she got better, then I'm all for it. And then when she heard that, she flipped like, what?
Yeah, you can't lock somebody up for 2 years and try to convince them that that's a good idea.
No, you put them in for 2 years. They get rehab. That's the only way to get them clean.
I understand, but try and convince
That's the only way to get them fucking clean. I know about this. And
Trying to convince one is the problem.
I was going to drive her to Kentucky. And then she knew, and I was out of character. Like, whoa, what? She didn't expect to hear that because she knew that I didn't want her to go.
She's on shit that there's just no way to get.
Well, no, it rots your teeth. You lose your hair and you rot your teeth, and you have you're paranoid. You're paranoid, and then you become very aggressive.
I've gained 100 pounds since I married Christina. The last time I saw her, weighed what she did when I met her.
Well, she doesn't seem to weigh that much. She's almost like a skeleton.
She is now. She had put on adult weight at one time.
No, I'm just saying the pictures I've seen of her, she looks like a skeleton. I'm not in the least bit attracted to her.
No, she's hideous now. She looks like a fuck. I mean, she fits the junkie build so well.
I mean, how many dicks have been in her? That's the question. How many fucking dicks have been in her?
Oh, I mean, in this year alone, 10 or 12, it ain't her husband's. Everybody,
that's like the Golden Arches.
The whole world fuck her.
It's like the Golden Arches, pretty much.
Yeah,
Over a billion, sir.
And that's the problem. He don't call her a stupid bitch. He don't treat her like shit. He treats her like a human being with decency, and they can't stand that.
Well, you have to. I mean, like the song is, you got to be cruel to be kind. But then again, be cruel to be kind. But then you've also got to be a little bit aggressive in knowing, when the time is when you can be aggressive and when you can be try to be supportive. Yeah, sometimes you got to be tough, no doubt about that.
Her whole family's mad at me because I won't just jump on the bandwagon and hire another lawyer, hire another attorney, call in another favor that I've got, that I've earned. I'm tired of calling in favors for some stupid crack whore, man.
Well, you got to sit down and think about it, I mean, eventually you're going to eventually. It's just a matter, of her sitting there for a while.
That's my idea.
Have her sit for a while, but I mean, eventually, yeah, you're gonna. I mean, does she have anybody else who's gonna help her?
I mean, she's got a whole goddamn family. I don't.
She has a family then.
And they're all. But I'm the family lawyer. I'm supposed to fix everything all the time. No matter what that bitch does.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't want to help anymore.
Well, it sounds like she's beyond help, what it sounds like.
The drugs have gotten so goddamn bad. I mean, I don't know. I told you, my worst thing I ever did was that fucking duster shit. That was...
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on. Walking into place here. Hold on. Hey, what's up? Hey, you got your lunch? Yeah. All right, no problem. Yeah, all right.
I mean, they all want me to fucking shell out more of my hard-earned change.
Well...
When I did all my criminal trouble and all my stupid shit, they left me there. She actually came to see me once in jail and told me she had the money to get me out, but she wouldn't. She wore a little shirt just low enough so that I could see exactly what she done, just so I could see it. And she had his tattoo. She had his initials tattooed on her left titty.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That sounds. Well, I mean, let's be real for a second. You still have feelings for her, right?
No. You
don't have any feelings for her at all.
She burnt all that, man. She burnt it. There was a time when I would do anything in the world to get to Christina. If it could be done to get to her, I'd do it. Yeah. Now, when they told me she was in jail without a bond, I lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. Like a faggot with a fat sack full of dicks, as I like to say.
Okay. That's a bad visual, but okay.
I mean, she ruined it.
So, I mean, so you have absolutely no feeling for her at all?
No.
Well, I mean, she is the mother of,
there was a time where that meant something. It doesn't now.
All right. What does your son think about all that?
I mean, I don't badmouth her.
No, I'm saying, what does your son think about the fact that his mother is a trouble?
Oh, he knows what she's doing. He knows how she's acting.
So So what's his opinion of that? Remind me of Trump. I mean, no opinion.
Oh, I mean, he thinks it's, he thinks it's pretty much a bad thing and she's in jail, but he understands why she's there.
Right. Well, yeah. It comes to a point where you just don't give a damn. You don't give a shit anymore.
Because they push.
I've had several relationships in my life. I've been with a lot of women. Several relationships. Some been abusive, and some they want to and they just like with Sue. She fucking played me. I knew she was doing it. I finally fucked her. Got and all that was all false pretenses so she could fucking take the engagement ring that I gave her and hock it.
That's what they do.
Yeah. She hocked it. So.
What did you ever see in that bitch?
Say that again?
What did you ever see in that bitch?
Sue? Oh, Sue was gorgeous, but she was a devil. Sue was a gorgeous girl. She was a beautiful blonde, perky tits and all that. She was a dancer. Well, I mean, she was a dancer. Yeah, she was a dancer, and I used to be into women in the gentlemen's clubs, and after that, I never ever went to any gentlemen's clubs here in Richmond. Never, ever. The only time I went is when you try to fucking tell me to go in there, and I didn't want to go there. Because I got played, and I'll never fall for another dancer again. Never.
Well, you don't fall for them. You fuck them.
Well, I probably did, but I mean, it was out of false pretense that she's trying to fuck with my head.
Well, what the hell's wrong with that?
No, I wanted to fucking get her to Virginia. I wanted to marry her. I wanted to fucking have kids with her.
You don't marry whores.
Wanted to marry her. I wanted to fuck her. I wanted her to be my wife. She has some good qualities. I mean, she spoke 4 different languages.
She was a professional whore. That don't mean you did something wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the icing on the cake is when her daughter had contacted me and she wanted me to find her mother. So her daughter, I saw her when she was a little girl when I went up there. She came to me and wanted me to find her, so I found her for her daughter, and then she poisoned her daughter against me. That was the last straw that broke the camel's back. That's also in the book too. All that's in the book.
I can't wait to read the book, George.
Oh yeah. Right now, I'm on chapter 13, talking about that.
I can't wait to read my part.
Well, it's not flattering. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's okay.
Not flattering at all.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I've got people in there that want me to cover their identity. So I had to cover some people's identity in the book, change their name, because they don't want to be, they don't want to be attacked by trolls. Shit.
You got to change their name.
Yeah, because what they would do, they would go ahead and then find their name, and they would just hunt them down and cause problems.
Isn't that what Marty does?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he's going to try to do it because there's certain names in there with the full name and whatnot. There's a famous person other than Susie Quattro. There's a famous person in there, but I'm not going to say who that is.
Well, it should be me.
Not even. All right, hold on a second. Sushi King. I'm not walking this place.
I hate that fucking place.
Well,
I'm forced to go there against my will all the time.
That's good food. Raw fish is good. Anytime. Hey, we're going to DoorDash for Kara. Right here. All right, thank you much. Uh-huh. Okay. So you go there what?
I'm forced to go there. Danny likes the place.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not bad. I mean, it's like they got other stuff besides, raw fish and all that. Other stuff in there.
I suppose if somebody's into that, I just don't like being forced to eat shit I don't want to eat. They love the shit though.
Oh, they do?
Oh yes.
All right, I got to go to a Caribbean place now. Thank you. God damn. I'm getting slammed here. Okay. All right, well, look.
For what it's worth,
That
George,
that affidavit's got to be, it's got to be complete. You got to do it in your own words. I'll look at it, and then I'll tweak it.
Well, thank you, George.
No, you need to put the affidavit in your own words, and exactly everything, and then I'll add to it if I need to.
Well, I mean, I'll see what I can do to help.
You can talk about, the whole thing about at the library and all that shit, too.
Oh, that's right. Do you know that tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of the library?
I don't remember the date, but whatever.
Tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of the library.
And how would you know that?
Because it's written down on my calendar. It's been 1 year since the Lysol incident. That's what it is. And that was
Lysol was the first thing I could grab just to fucking knock your ass out with it.
Are you having a diabetic shock, sir?
Yeah, well, I told you right then and there. I said I'll show you what one is.
Oh God damn it! You flew off the fucking hat.
You weren't supposed to be there.
Marty was the one who told me to ask you if you were having a diabetic shock, and that worked.
Yeah. All right, hold on a second. Hold on. I'm walking into another restaurant. Hold on. Got Caribbean food over here. Hang tight. Hello. Okay. Nice. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, so are you still talking to those people?
I watched the Discord, George. It's been a year since you got those summer tags.
Yeah, I got the tags.
The summer's tags, that's right.
That's correct.
It's been over a year since you've had summer's tags.
No. Got DoorDash for Jay? DoorDash for Jay.
Jason Summers has been mocking you on the Discord, saying that you're not mad enough to do anything about it.
First of all. 5 minutes? Okay. I'll be outside. I'll be right back. So, no, the whole thing about that is I just got it in my possession.
But Jason Summers is on the Discord today saying that George isn't man enough to do anything about the tags and knows he doesn't have them.
Well, he's in for a little surprise. Okay? I'm more than man enough to do what I've got to do. I'm more than man enough. And I'm going to get those, I got the tags, and then the tags are going to the authorities.
A year later? It's a misdemeanor, George.
I just got access to it.
But, George, it's a misdemeanor. At best, the statute of limitations expires tomorrow.
The statute of limitations doesn't expire anything. It proves the point. It proves the body of work that's being done.
But the statute of limitations is 1 year.
It proves something that the guy's even there to cause a ruckus. It proves the person came in there. Of course, you came in there too to cause a ruckus. And as much as you deny it, you can deny it till the cows come home. You came in there to cause a ruckus, and then you had somebody else coming in there filming you.
I came there to film you.
No, you weren't. That's not what you were going to do. You weren't going to do that.
But I did it.
You were trying to film what we were doing on camera.
I did it. I got an amazing show.
No. Well, yeah, you got.
George, why don't you share the tags if you haven't? Wouldn't it be more effective to scare Jason Summers with the real ones instead of saying over and over, I have them?
Let me let you know that what I need to do now is have somebody look at them. Because I don't have the actual capability of tracking the tags. I have to have an authoritarian figure to track those tags, because like a PI to be able to trace those tags.
An authority figure.
A police officer.
Isn't that what Marty says? You have to have an authority figure?
The reason why I can't cancel it because other drivers have canceled the damn order, and the reason why they canceled the order because it's going to the projects.
Where is it going?
It's going to Jackson Ward right there up in St. James.
Oh, shit. Old St. James Street. Oh, no.
St. James. Project area.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I can't cancel it, because other drivers have canceled the damn order.
Yeah, they don't want it either.
So I'm trying to cancel it, and then I can't cancel it. Shit. But it makes no sense, because I'm going far west just to go downtown. Makes no fucking sense.
And if you don't take it, you get punished?
No, well, you get they drop points. I mean, you get points knocked off.
No.
But I'm not worried about that, because I'm already in the top points. I'm good with points.
I mean, I guess you should be allowed to lose some.
Yeah, well, especially if, going to places that I don't want to go to. Such as that. St. James and St. Paul and St. Peter and all that other shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know many people that want to go over to those places.
No. Anyway, no, so look, I have what I have, and I just need it to be looked at. And once I have the proper authority to look at it, then it gets filed and it gets examined.
Well, George, I told you that I can do a verification of fact as a Virginia notary.
Okay, well, we'll cross that bridge once we get to it.
I told you I can help with this.
And cross the bridge once we get to it. I got to have your guy friend there at the library, his boss, to bless it.
What's that?
The security company needs to release it. I mean, I've got it filed for it, and they need to.
He's a capital.
They need to physically release it.
He's a Capitol Police officer now. If you waiting on fucking him, you're fucked.
So I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about I'm not worried about anything, because these are the same people that do security. Yeah, they do security at the Capitol as well.
No, he's an actual Capitol Police officer, not a.
They do security at the Capitol. They do security at the Raceway. They do security at major buildings in downtown.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they have to sign off on it.
So we got to somehow get what we need from them people.
Well, no, I need to get what I need, and then I need to proceed with tracking this bitch down, getting his real name. And then once I get his real name, then then we'll get that bitch in a situation, and then we'll get others, and then we'll get the rest of their names. Get the rest of the real names.
But George, you seem to have such a hard time understanding how the legal system works. So
for example, let's say you're exactly right. He destroyed your property, all right? He trespassed, he did all this shit. Well, George, there's a statute of limitations when you can be prosecuted for a misdemeanor here in Virginia. That statute of limitations is 1 year.
Listening. You're not following what I'm saying. It's the body of work. There's a lot of shit that this big mouth business that I've saved. I've saved every fucking thing you can think of. Okay? Even the stuff that you've sent me, I've saved. The stuff you sent me that I've saved. I've saved everything on an external hard drive. So it's a mountain of shit from this bitch. Not just that, but a mountain of shit. Hiding in trees, flying drones and hiding in trees in over my old residence. Okay? I'm sure that he has a rap sheet. I'm sure he's not a pillar of society. So he's got a rap sheet a mile long.
But he's not a U.S. citizen. Like, they have no jurisdiction over him.
But you understand that the fact that he comes to a degree of internet cyber stalking, it doesn't matter if I'm a man or a woman or an alien or whoever, it's cyber stalking. And then for him to go to my windshield and do what he did on my windshield and then come out, yes, it proves that there are people that are following me, and the county police and the Henrico County Police would like to know why they're following me and what's the problem. Because, you see, every time I'm ready to throw down, they just go ahead and film a video put somewhere where they actually are about a mile away. Like at the cemetery. They come out there in a pickup truck, a white pickup truck, going like a bat out of hell. I figured it was them. And they don't stop, but they got a camera on the back of their fucking truck. They are able to zoom on me to get a picture of me standing, at the cemetery.
Well, what's so wrong with that, though? Like, why is that criminal?
It's stalking. Cyber stalking. And the video of Mitchell on the grave site, dropping stuff on the grave site and moving around on the grave site laughing hysterically.
But you said all that was fake.
I don't believe that's. I believe people have been there. I don't think that necessarily that anybody. I mean, nothing's been done to the grave because, well, if anything's done to that grave, then there will be an arrest.
Well, why would they hurt the grave?
They obviously know that they're making it, trying to do things, going by there, maybe putting things on there, taking things off, kind of like at the door, kind of like what you were doing at the time, putting things in Melito's and CVS Pharmacy and that gas station nearby my house.
Here you go again. For some unknown fucking reason.
You were a part of it.
Not at all.
Okay, well then.
Oh, George, the statute of limitations has passed. Meaning if I admit to it under oath in a courtroom, there's nothing they can do to me. I have no reason to lie. None.
Okay, well then, what you know needs to be told. And I know you know Henry Mitchell because you mentioned before that you knew of him. You obviously brought this man in the front because he lives in Virginia, in Northern Virginia. So obviously you know this man.
Why? Why does this? He lives in the Commonwealth, and that means I did it.
He lives in the Commonwealth of Virginia? Okay, well then who is this man? Who is he per se? He's not a Hell's Angel, I already know that. I already had one of the Hell's Angels visit his ass.
You had a Hell's Angel visit him.
They don't like when you say that you're a Hell's Angel and you're not.
But what if he is?
He's not, because he's not on the chapter. There's one on Belt. There's the Hell's Angels on Belt Boulevard, and and there's the Hells Angels in Northern Virginia. Now, we did a track on that bitch, and there's no Henry Mitchell unless he's using an alias. He might be using an alias. So, probably is using an alias. But no, there's no Henry Mitchell that is a Hells Angel. Not in Virginia.
So let me make sure I understand. All the Hells Angels are registered members, huh?
That's right.
You believe that?
It's a chapter, man. It's a chapter. Kind of like the Masonic Lodge or whatever you want to call it. The only difference is that these people are, they are like, dare I say it, almost like mercenaries. Almost like mercenaries, not quite, but they're not the most scrupulous people on the face of the earth.
You mean like Marty?
Well, Marty is a criminal.
Are they not?
Marty's a criminal. Some are, some are not. But they take that allegiance pretty seriously.
Well, don't I? I mean, it's like being a Marine.
There's a few bad apples as well, but I don't know. I mean, that's if you're working for the United States government or your U.S.
This is
military,
what I
whatever.
know, George. I know that Henry Mitchell is former military. He worked in the ATF doing undercover work. He did undercover work with biker gangs, which is why he has all the connections, George, to the Hells Angels. He retired and does off-the-books investigations for Marty. He lived in Newport News, and he also has a house in Reston. And he brags often on Discord about the money coming from Marty via wire transfers and takes it out in cash so he doesn't have to report it.
So let me get this straight. He is a retired, what is he again? Retired military what?
He is a retired former military officer.
Okay. Is that supposed to impress me?
I mean, George, all I can tell you is what it is.
All right. Okay.
He also worked in the ATF, George.
Okay. Well, just because he worked in those fields, okay, doesn't mean he's... hold on a second. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, I'll leave that there. Yeah, just because he is that doesn't make him a pillar of society or make him a bronze medal winner or a pillar of society. He's a crook is what he is. He's a fucking crooked bitch is what he is.
Oh, damn.
And he's a crooked little bitch. He's a crooked bitch. And just because he thinks because he is in the military doesn't make him a pillar of society. Because in the military doesn't make him a pillar of society. It's like police officers. They're crooked. There's police officers that are crooked.
Yeah.
Well, there are people in the military that are crooked. So I'm not impressed. Okay?
But you should be.
No, I'm not. Certainly I'm not. Because what he's doing, he's money laundering, and he's taking money from overseas from that guy. He's money laundering, and that's what he's doing, and he's also committing unscrupulous acts, and he's going over and beyond the duty of what he needs to do. He's going over and beyond the duty of harassing somebody. He's harassing somebody, and if he's licensed to do that work, he can be stripped.
But why would he lose his
Because they never
license
got
for
there.
doing the job that he's hired to do?
What he's doing is harassing me. And he was harassing Kristen at the time, too. He's there to harass me and harass Kristen. There's nothing to investigate. Not a goddamn thing to investigate.
George, he likes to make videos to taunt his subjects. It's a way to off-balance the people he's investigating. George, that is why he
There's no investigation. There's no need for an investigation.
That is why he emails to throw his subject off, George. He prefers a more upfront approach. Gets them fired up, and then they do his work. He still maintains his badge and credentials, George, from the federal government, which is why this man...
Well, I don't give a damn. Maybe the federal government then needs to know what his activities are.
This man, George...
Maybe the federal government needs to know what his activities are. Let me tell you something. Listen to me very carefully. I don't give a damn who you are. You're not beyond the law. I don't give a damn if you're the President of the United States, which, by the way, Trump is liable to get... when he gets out of office, he's going to probably get arrested for some shady fucking dealings. Probably get arrested. Not saying that he will, but they're looking at him. Okay? Because he's done a lot of shady shit. So, again, it doesn't matter who you fucking are. Okay? Doesn't matter how much money you have. You can get in the Cusco just as well as anybody else gets in there and get locked up. Matter of fact, they love it when you have money, because then they'll gouge your eyes out.
Oh yes, they have enjoyed my money.
Well, look. Just let's be real for a moment. When I knew you, you didn't have a pot to piss in.
Not a fucking dime.
You didn't have a pot to piss in, and you cleared close to 3,000 for me.
Yeah.
Close to 3,000 for me. You cleared.
I would have got a little more.
Yeah, well, you got that money, and really nothing was really done. Just writing papers and documents. Nothing was really done. Just prolonging the shit.
I mean, I did what I could, George. I kept you in your house and off the street. It was cold last night, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was cold. I had to spend time I spent a week in the hotel.
I was worried about you last night. It was a little cold out there.
I spent the week in the hotel this week. It gets kind of expensive after a while.
Yeah, but you got to get out of that fucking shit, George.
Oh, I know that. I'm working on it. That's all I can do.
I don't want you living like a homeless person.
No, I don't own a home. Doesn't mean that I'm not living in a home. Because I don't own a home doesn't mean I'm not living in a home.
George, I don't want you to live out on the street, man. Shit's cold.
Yeah, well, I understand that. I'm well aware of that.
You need running water, you know. You got to have these things.
What's that?
I said you got to have running water and electricity and a place to keep your belongings and bathe.
Yeah, well, I've got my belongings perched away in storage. So, what can I say? What I like to do is flip houses. I like to either flip houses or get into life insurance and start selling that shit. I do that shit. Oh my God, I'll be fucking as rich as Rockefeller. I'll be like I'll have the moves like Jagger.
That's right.
What's that?
I tried to capture Marty, George. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, that's okay. He's gonna get it yet. He's gonna come to his demise sooner or later.
I mean, he makes a living off trolling you.
He ain't making much.
I mean, he's making enough that he keeps doing it.
He ain't making much.
Pretty soon they're going to shut everything down again, and he's not going to have anything to do but attack. He's going to start up again.
When he starts up again, he's going to be looked at by other eyeballs are going to look at what he's doing. Okay? I'm one person, all right? I'm one person fighting a bunch of these bitches.
Oh yeah, but you won't let anybody help you. You choose to be a loner in this fight.
Well, I don't trust people. I've been burnt before, many times over.
I mean, you're like a kid getting bullied in middle school and won't go outside.
Won't go outside? We mean won't go outside. What are you talking about?
I mean, think about it, George. Even if you got Marty, Henry would just bail him out and use his badge.
Well, then the 1-2 punch needs to happen. They both need to go to prison.
The 1-2 punch. I mean,
why do you have to copy everything I say?
You got to find something that these people are doing.
Yeah, well, they're doing enough. They're doing enough. That Mitchell is doing enough also. Where is this lawsuit that's supposed to happen?
I haven't heard any more about it.
Yeah, where's this lawsuit that's supposed to happen? Where is this interview with Magic Matt?
Oh, I mean,
interview they had with Magic Matt.
I know that they have it.
They have it?
I know that they have it.
Oh, they have it.
George,
well,
you got to
understand
that Henry doesn't care. That's why he gave his number out, shows his face, and uses his real name.
Well, he will care, okay? Because people are looking at him.
But what are they looking at him for?
He will care. There's somebody that I know that knows him as well, and knows he's a crook. A female that knows him, that knows he's fucking a crook. Has seen him, knows of him.
Well,
George, doesn't think his name is actually that name.
Who are these people, George, that are helping you? I mean, if you've got all these people watching, why do you hide it so much?
You don't show your cards when you're playing poker. You have a poker face. And you make sure you use that poker face for the winning hand.
But George,
as Kenny Rogers once said, you got to know when to hold them.
But George, we're not playing cards. We're playing Monopoly, and you're the only one bankrupt.
Yeah, I'm not. But it's not Monopoly. It's fucking plotting and planning and strategizing to get the resolve you want. Because they keep doing it. They keep giving me out the evidence. And all it takes is someone that's good with computers, and all it takes is someone that's good with a computer is going to be able to break in there and figure out exactly what they're doing, identity, who they are, and all that shit. Track IPs, track emails, track identity, thumbprints, even track any identity theft. If they're trying to steal my identity, they'll be able to know that as well. They probably have tried to steal my identity, and that's got to be accounted for as well. What they're doing is using my name, so they have still tried to steal my identity. Well, right there is a crime. A crime within itself.
George, they have to try to gain benefit from accessing your identity. Nobody, George, who in their right mind would want your credit report?
Listen to me very carefully. You don't understand that they want to ruin what credit I might have. I have tried to establish good credit, and there's some things on my credit that shouldn't even be there. So what they've done is they try to make sure that I end up having bad credit. They're opening up lines of credit in my name.
Oh, horse.
That I already know. That I already know.
No one's done that. That's off limits.
It's been done. Yeah, I know.
It is not. That's off limits. We don't do that.
Who's we? Oh, we? Who's we?
Trolls.
Who's we?
The trolls.
Oh, but you said we, so we don't do that. So what?
You call me a troll every time you call the phone.
Yeah. Well, is that what you are, though?
George, I'm not a troll.
Well, then why do you say we?
Because you called me one every time we speak, so I might.
Well, if you're not a troll, then why use the word we like in reference to yourself?
Because that's what you call me.
Well, that's what you were, or that's what you were doing. You can only judge upon what you can see. Okay? People have said the world is round. No, the world is flat. They couldn't prove anything until they saw it with their own eyes. They have to be proven to be able to see with their own eyes if it's true.
I don't know, George. You just got it that everybody's out to get you, and they ain't.
Listen, dude, you've done some shit. You've done some very heinous shit, and you know you have. You've done some shit that's unmentionable. And you think you thought it was funny.
It was.
No, it wasn't. Was it funny when they took you and handcuffed you and put you to the riverside? Was that funny?
It wasn't.
Well, that wasn't. Oh, but what's happening to me is, right?
I mean, because you cause it all.
What do I cause?
I've told you how to deal with these people. Get on the fucking phone, have a conversation. Without cussing and screaming. I'm not talking to...
I choose not to lower myself to their level.
I will
and
not
every time I do a video, every time I do a tirade video, that's what I do. It might be therapeutic for me to clown on them and let it release. But what it is, it's lowering myself to their fucking level. It's giving them what they want.
Why not just give him a call?
I have no reason to give a call. It's like a parishioner or like a Catholic person calling up a rabbi. Why would they want to do that? They're Catholic. They're not Jewish.
Because you're
That's like somebody in the African community. That's like somebody in the African community wants to talk to a teabagger or a QAnon person. They want to talk to one of those people.
George, what's the reason?
What's the reasoning behind it?
To be an adult.
No. Why would I want to do something that I choose not to do? Why do I want to get myself in the mud when I choose not to get myself in the mud? When I choose not to do so.
You have an adult conversation.
You cannot have an adult conversation with those dimwits.
I don't understand why you feel that way.
Because I know that, and the fact that you question that makes me realize that you are still amongst what they're doing. For you to even fucking question that, you still listen to me. They were going to expose you for which you were. Yeah. Okay? They were for sodomite fight. Remember that?
I do.
They were going to expose you. They were going to ruin your business. Remember that?
I do.
Okay. So if you know that, then don't question why I feel the way that I do. Don't question my process. See? You were thinking about you. See? You're just like Kevin. It's like Kevin. You think about
that's just so wrong, George.
Not wrong.
When have you ever been
I'm going to be attacked. I'm not a punching bag, okay? Because I punch back. I'm not a punching bag. I punch back, but even harder. Even fucking harder. So, that's not happening. Ain't going to happen. See? Not if I got something to say about it. Not if I got something to say about it. Ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. So it comes to a point where, you cut off ties. You cut off ties to people that are doing that. And that's why I question what you're doing. Because you're trying to question why I do what I'm doing.
Because I'm trying to help you see that you're not going
You can help as much as you want, but don't question my thought process. Don't question my thought process because it is in play to protect myself and to defend myself.
Even if your thought process is ever so slightly?
Oh, that's skewed opinion. That's a skewed opinion. That's opinion on someone that thinks totally different than a normal person would think.
But even if it's skewed, I'm not supposed to say nothing?
Well, so say what? Why would I want to associate with garbage like that?
Because you have an adult conversation with him.
You can't have an adult conversation with a piece of garbage.
But you can.
No, you can't. Not really.
If you want to have a conversation
really.
with your adversary, George, it's what you do. You pick up the phone and call him. When I sue people, and people sue my customers and things, do you think my conversation with the other side is "fuck you, troll"?
Listen carefully.
I asked you a question. Is that?
I'm not an attorney, so I don't have to be pleasant. If you've done me wrong, you are on the proverbial shit list. You know that shit list, don't you? It's not Schindler's List. It's called a shit list.
But don't you want the opportunity to win ever?
What does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
I mean, don't you ever want the opportunity to win?
Again, what does that have to do with what I'm talking about? I win. I woke up this morning, so I won. I'm alive and kicking, so I've won.
Yes,
I'm out and about.
Don't you want the opportunity? Don't you want the opportunity to win?
No, I like to win. I like to win in everything I do. I'm very competitive.
So why not try to win for once with Marty using?
I don't want him to use him or have nothing to do with that bitch. Okay? I don't want to have nothing to do with that bitch because he is vile. He's a vile piece of garbage. And you can tell him I said so.
I haven't spoke to Marty in some time.
Well, you tell him I said so next time you speak with him.
When's the last time you and me hung out?
I don't keep track of the record or whatever. I don't know. We were whatever. I don't keep track of all that. That was a few weeks ago.
That's the last time
maybe
I
a month
talked
ago.
to Marty.
What's that?
That's the last time I talked to Marty.
A month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have? And you said back then you haven't spoken to him at all, so you contradict what you just said now.
George, I haven't talked to Marty. You just continue to believe.
You just said no. You said you talked to him a month ago. Well, a month ago when I talked to you, you told me you haven't spoke to him in a while. So just right now, you just contradicted yourself.
No, I told you what you wanted to hear.
And what is? You told me what I want to hear. And what do I want to hear?
You want to hear that me and Marty talk about you and conspire about you every day, and we don't.
That's not what I was talking about. What other reason would you be talking with him?
I don't, George. The only goon that I ever talked to was Billy Baxter, and that's because
you mean Chris Barron?
whatever you call him. Billy actually every now and then will ask if I've heard from you and then wants to know how you're doing.
Chris Perron, that fucker that recorded my conversations as well. Just like you did. You both recorded my conversations. That guy? Pretending to be a victim?
I mean, that's what you do.
No, he is pretending to be a victim.
Who's pretending to be a victim?
Billy Baxter.
Because Billy is a victim.
A victim of what?
He tried to be your friend.
He was using an alias. Why was that?
He had to get to talk to you.
What was the purpose of that?
To be able to talk to you. You would have never called
Yeah.
me if I told you my real name. What do you
Why would I
think
talk to? No. He used an alias, and he used a prefabricated story that he was being fucked with as a guy about he stole an identity of somebody is what he did. Really a good person to talk to, right? He used a man's stolen identity, okay, to talk to a man that was fucked with on the internet, and that wasn't even him. And I kind of figured that out. I figured it out already just by hearing his voice, by hearing his fucking voice in the background when he was pretending to be who he was. That's no friend. That's fraud. That's no friend. That's a person that's fraudulent. Oh my God, they have crushed down this. You know the old Chamberlain on Brook Road, or the old it's an old hotel. That's Western. That used to be on Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've crushed that thing down.
They're taking Virginia Center Commons down too.
Yeah, well, they're doing that and Regency.
Yeah, the mall's just a thing of the past. There's something only people like you and me remember. Kids won't know what they are.
Well, I mean, you got Short Bump and Stony Point. So Stony Point and Short Bump are still there, so outdoor mall.
Yeah, but the blacks are gonna go over there, and it's gonna be Cloverleaf turns west again.
You have a knack for really.
I mean, that's what it's going to be. If you take those away, it's going to be just like what they did to Chesterfield Town Center. Cloverleaf moves west. George Billy was extorted by Marty. He was extorted, and Billy Baxter moved on from the trolling group. That's why it's Henry and Summers doing everything. Billy Baxter's not your enemy. I know you think he is, but he isn't. He actually enjoys.
How was he extorted?
He told him the same thing he did to me.
What are you talking about? He's extorted. He would ruin. Well, this guy didn't even know me.
It doesn't matter. Marty knew Billy.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything? I'm not following you. I mean, no, you extorted him how? To say what?
I don't know all of the details, George. But I do know that he threatened him physically, and he got a hold of one of Billy Baxter's credit cards.
Yeah, well, that's insane. Hey, there you go. Okay. That's insane, pretty much.
You're leaving the project safely. I noticed you handed it to the monkey and went, "Here you go."
What?
You just like you were feeding an animal at the zoo. Here you go. Turned around. George, that's why George, that's why he gave you Gigi's real info so that he could took it down.
Well, because what?
Billy gave you real information, George, trying to help you take Marty down.
Yeah, but there's no way I was going to be able to do anything and call the embassy or do any of that shit because I didn't have I didn't know where the hell to call. Make a direct phone call and make a call to the fucking what the hell? Make a call to who basically? I mean, call the embassy in Africa. I mean, like what embassy in Africa? I have no idea who to call.
It's called Google.
Call who?
Google. Google has all the information you need.
Okay. Listen, man. I don't. I'm just about to. I've had enough of that shit. It was a far-fetched story. He lied. It was all far-fetched.
George, you know that Marty is a criminal, and he'll do anything to get what he wants.
Right.
Why would that be insane to you? That Billy was extorted too.
Look, I wouldn't do anything unethical if I know it's wrong to do, even if I'm being paid to do it. I have ethics, and if it's unethical, I ain't going to do it. Plain and simple. And I'm not intimidated by Marty one fucking bit. I don't know what he looks like, but from what I think what he looks like, or having an idea what he looks like, I'm not intimidated by that bitch whatsoever. I think my fucking 4 irons is goddamn fucking skull.
It's all I'm saying to you, GG, is...
You ever played golf before? You ever played golf?
I have.
Okay. I bet you I can beat you in golf.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I can. I think I can school your ass in golf. Anyway, whatever. You know how you play golf, right? Obviously.
I do. But, George, you got to be able to move your hips.
Yeah, well, I can do that.
You got to think about that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that 4 iron would have been nice to use.
They do like beating you down with the golf club story.
Yeah, they really. Well, those golf clubs are pings. You know what pings are?
I mean, George, what you should do is call him.
Call who?
Billy.
Did you smoke a bowl this morning?
Why not talk to him?
Why would I waste my goddamn time? You know what I'm saying?
Because, George, you got to understand.
Why would I waste my fucking time?